So when you were fired and you were looking for something to do, you had a lot of jobs. I think you were offered the CEO of Home Depot or things like that.
I was offered Home Depot and a couple of big international investment banks, not to run the parent company, run the investment bank. Hank Greenberg, who ran AIG, said, why don't you come over here? And all I could think to myself is, to go from Sandy Weill to Hank Greenberg? I mean, you'd have to have your head checked. A bunch of private equity folks. Right. Jeff Bezos called me up, and he was looking for a president. I love the guy, and we've been friends ever since. I was thinking I would never have to wear a suit again. I'm going to get one of those houseboats in Seattle, and I loved what he did. It just was beyond, I spent my whole life in financial services, so I tell you it's a little bit like playing tennis your whole life and then going to play golf. So, I love the guys at Home Depot. I went down to have dinner with Bernie Marcus and Arthur Blank and Ken Langone, and I said to them, I have to confess to you guys, until you called me up, I had never been in a Home Depot. Right. The only reason I went is because the guy who worked for me said, Jamie, you got to go to one before you go to that dinner. And they didn't care. They said, we want you, the person. We're not interested in what you know. We're looking for the heart, the mind, the spirit. We're not interested in what you know about merchants and stuff like that. So a couple of the other internet companies, a lot of them are on money. Oh, you make $1 billion type of thing. And so I banked one. I figured this is my chance. How many major financial companies are there? 30? How many are going to change their CEO in a 3 or 4 or 5 year period? 4 or 5? How many of those are going to go outside? 1? And of course, it's probably going to be a troubled one. So I said, this is my commercial credit. It'll be what we make it. And I put a lot of my money into it, not because I thought the stock was cheap, because I thought that, you know what, I'm the cat. I look at business like I wear the damn jersey. I'm not a hired gun. Okay, I'm going to bleed for the company and give it everything I got and hand it off to someone else. So I don't like people who work at a company that act like, they talk about like it's a third party. It's not a third party to me. This is what I do.
So when you went to Bank One, though, did you ever expect you'd move back to New York, or you thought you were going to Chicago and that was your career there?
I did. I had no idea. I love Chicago, by the way. I love Chicago. It's a great city, and I really didn't know. There's a cartoon of me sitting at an airport, and the person saying to me, Mr. Dimon, there are no scheduled flights to New York. And in Chicago, when I go to Chicago, they didn't believe I was going to move. Are you moving here? Are your kids going to school here? I said, yes, I'm here. I'm really here. I'm staying here. And I used to tell them in Chicago that if I stay my whole life and die in Chicago and they ship my ashes back to New York, they would say, we told you. I didn't know. I thought, I remember the banking industry was consolidating. It's still kind of consolidating. So I knew that if I did a good job, I'd probably be part of that. But I didn't know whether I'd be an acquirer, building up a bigger regional bank, or be an acquirer. But remember, that's not up to me. It's also up to a board of directors. So to me, the thing is make the company as good as you can, and it actually creates all the opportunities you have.